Okay, good afternoon. It's the day after Labor Day, and we're going to take a little run here from Watsonville because it's close. And there's Watsonville, just a little bit east of Santa Cruz. Then we'll go over to Santa Cruz and up over Woodside and right up the bay for a 2-8 right. Hopefully I can lock onto the glide slope. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Daughter Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, taking off runway 27 departure to the west.
Okay, we're getting off from Watsonville. I'm going to take off on runway 27 or 28, I forget which it is. And we're ready to go. We'll go up to 5,000. That's not the one I want. That one. Go to 5,000, 2,000 feet a minute. Nav. That's away we go. Okay, brakes off. Here we go. Hopefully we'll hit the autopilot, and then I just sit back and chat after I get my throat, my scratchy throat clear. Autopilot on, flaps up. We'll just take a little jog to Santa Cruz. Looks like it's straight out. Probably have to bring the power back slightly. Sneeze now. Yeah, that's better. Right on course. And we'll go back outside so we can look at there's Highway 1 heading up to Santa Cruz. Okay, it'll take you right on down to Monterey. 4-lane highway. Freeway. Back down the coast to Monterey. And Moss Landing would be right about in there. The Salinas River comes out right about there, goes back into the Salinas Valley, which goes right down that way. Okay. So we go up to Santa Cruz, then we'll make a little right turn. And we can bring it up here on this chart. We can bring it back out a little bit. There we go. Then we go over Woodside is right along here. OSI, that's the VOR there. Woodside VOR. Don't use VORs much anymore. EDDY, Eddie, right on into runway 28 right. That's San Francisco. We'll just fly right up the bay. So we're just about to 5,000 feet. We'll level off there. we can take off the bird diverter, get a little more power, a little more speed. And just hope I don't wear you guys out with the repeat, but the speed, you know, when I flew by the rules, that was back in the 60s. So 40 and 20, that's 60 years ago. It was the late 60s, of course. I got my pilot's license in 1956. My license, private license, solo license, and got my instrument rating about 10 years later, 1966-67, in Monterey. Instructor, I got my instructor's rating and I got my instrument rating, both at Monterey. And I got my multi-engine rating at San Jose, and flew the male. And we don't need to get into why I went into real estate, but here we're going to make a right turn here. You'll see the course change. It just changed from west to 330-325 heading. So we're getting along at 251 knots. And I don't know, the speed limit's probably still under 12,500, still 250, but I think it's miles per hour. And since I'm simulated, I can just, my idea of these simulations is to just go as fast as I can with interest. It depends on the distance. I want to keep these to about 20 minutes, no more than 30 minutes. This one should be 25 minutes. Going up here, go right past not Herman, I don't know what that is, but there's a little area called Scotts Valley in there, right by Santa Cruz, and then you got Highway 17 that goes over. Highway 1 is out on the coast here. It's just a 2-lane road out there. The freeway stops for Highway 1, and it goes through the town of Santa Cruz. And the 4-lane Highway 17 takes you over to San Jose, right over there, Los Gatos. All right, and 5,000 feet was about right. We're brushing the heights here. I could have looked at. Let's see if we had any filed. Yeah, they said 5,000 feet. Here's our clearance right there. Again, I don't talk to air traffic control. I don't do much anything. I am an old man doing my best to stay entertained, and this is entertaining for me. The trick about this is you really feel, I feel like I'm flying, and of course I didn't have any of this equipment. You've heard me say that before. The Garmin equipment, the autopilot that'll lock on to these routes. So easy. You have to pay a little attention learning this. Every once in a while you think you're going to lock on to the glide slope. You don't have quite. Here, I'll show you what this does here. We go here and we go flight plan, and this will show you where we are on the flight plan. So we're at Shapid intersection. and we'll end up, Santee was Santa Cruz, and then we go from Sapid to EDDY, and 6,000 feet. I don't know why the approach to San Francisco is right in there. We'll find out soon enough. Let's see if we can get approach. I see approach won't come on right now. So another way to look at that is well, we can go down here. Yeah, that definitely isn't going. There's Watsonville, Santee. Yeah. But why see, these things are all picking up these intersections. There's EDDY, and let's bring up the chart again, and we'll go back out because it'll come up. Yeah, we're heading over to the Bay Area. We can probably drop down now to, let's go down to 3,000. 3,000 feet, and vertical speed, we'll go down at about 1,200 feet a minute. That ought to be good. Los Altos, we'll go by, right now we can look out, you can see San Jose. There's San Jose Airport right over there. Moffett Field, which is the Navy field. Zeppelins, lighter than air, just to fly out of there. Here's Palo Alto. Okay, let's look here at this chart. Guts dawning. Okay, so far so good. We could take this in. 28 right. So FABLA, let's look at that, and we'll get down lower in a minute, and we'll bring it down here again, and go in closer. Let's get this out of the way. FABLA. There it is, and there's runway 28 right. So yeah, it should work here once we get locked on. After we make this turn here, possibly after this next intersection. Donning. Okay, let's see. Well, see, that doesn't quite go the whole way right there. See how it's still white up there? So I don't think it's going to be on approach yet. So let's drop down to 2,000 feet. Got to go back this way. 2,000 vertical speed.
Vertical track.
There we go. And we'll see if we see any, I can see the airport up there. There we're starting our turn. We're going to drop down to 2,000 feet. Heading up the Bay Area. Looking back toward Palo Alto. There, right there. There's a big yacht out there. Looks like it's sinking. Get down to 2,000. We could actually go down to 1,800. I think it likes 1,800 better than it likes 2,000. So we'll take it down 2 more 100 feet. There we go. There we go. Try our approach again. Not yet. Maybe right here it'll come on. And we have to slow down. We'd be at 150 now. The airliners track at 150. I don't have any traffic in. This is San Mateo Bridge. And we'll go back in, see if we can get this to work. Still not working. All right, and there's the airfield right over there. And we'll put the gear down and a notch of flap. And let's get this out here like this. And we'll try one more time to lock on the glide slope. 1 or 2 more times. Still not. And then what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and land it. And right here you see it light up that. Okay, it lit up. Let's see what's going to happen. Autopilot's on. No, it's not going to come on. Okay, so we'll go back outside, put full flap in, turn the autopilot off, and just fly it on in. You know, for flying a year and a half, 6 nights a week into San Francisco, I don't recall being on this final for 2.8. This is the main approach is 2.8 in the ILS, and I probably didn't make more than 3 instrument approaches. So we want to slow it down a little bit, and let's see if the glide slope comes in. See, it's not coming on. So I had to push on another. Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just stop it right here and see what's going on here. So here we go. We put this, hit approach, hit approach, hit. We don't want an ILS. We want RNAV 28 right. .28 left, I see. So right after that should be 28 right. There it is. RNAV 28 right. And so let's see here. It's right at TBM. Up. Let's see what. Yeah, I don't see anything. So vectors. Vectors. Approach. 28 right. Hit this. Let's see what happens now. 28 right. There it is. See, the glide slope is under us right there. See, it's below. So we'll drop down quick. We got the power all the way back. So we'll just fly it down. Maybe it'll connect with the autopilot. We'll see. So it needs to lose altitude. So we'll click this off. Click the autopilot on. There goes the glide slope. 80 knots. And we'll bring this back up. Put the flaps down all the way. We're on the glide slope. And we'll get this up like that. Yeah, we look like we're just slightly to the right, but that's the way this one came in. We're right on the path right here to the right. Okay, we're 82, so we got good speed. 85 knots on the glide slope. Yeah, you have to click the autopilot. Okay, and then we're going to turn this off and we're going to fly down a little ways. I'm going to keep the power up for a little bit because we aren't going to turn right until we see the big building on the right. Okay, that ought to do it. Power back. Land a little bit on the right side. There, we touch down. And we hit the brakes. Now we're on runway 1 left. If we were to take off over the bay, we'll just taxi. We'll go down to the second turn in. The post office was at the far end, way up here. Butler Aviation, I don't know what they call the operation for the jets. Little business jets and so forth. We used to pull into Butler. They had coffee for us and took good care of us. So we're just playing games, and so it doesn't matter what we do. Let's see if we see a yellow line here. There we go. There we go. And we'll take a look around. Yeah, come over and take a look at us. There's the main terminal right over there. And then from once we came down the bay, it could be Coyote Point right there. Okay, thanks for riding along. Hope I didn't overextend it, but I did find the glide slope. I figured that out, how to do that when it doesn't doesn't connect. I just didn't do it soon enough. It meant we had to descend a little abruptly right there at the end. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.